Man, it's early in the morning. I can't even sleep because of the things that are going on in the world. And if you're living in the United States and you don't feel like you're concerned about what's going on in the world, there's something wrong with you up here. With the black on black crimes, uh, police brutality, police are getting gunned down left and right. It's crazy. Now, we all saw the shooting that occurred in Dallas, Texas. You know, that was very sad because these are young men, brave young men and women who are out there risking their lives so that you can sleep at night without you having to worry about somebody walking to your house and gun you down, wearing that uniform. They probably thought that that day they were going to contain the situation and went back home. Some of them didn't make it, man. It's crazy, and I'm really sensitive to the pain. I just want to say, sorry to the family who lost their loved ones. But one thing that I do, I look at things the at both sides of the ledger, not one side, because when the shooting was going on, I didn't know what was going on because I was watching and I just kept hearing like, heavy fire, like boom, 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 boom. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I'm hearing people say, oh, I see officers on the floor. We didn't know what was going on because it was crazy. I saw men, you know, praying, Jesus, oh Lord Jesus, oh Lord Jesus. You better run for cover when you see things like that going on. That's why God gave you brain and he gave you 2 feet to run. And once you process, as long as you can process what's going on, if your brain tells you this is not a safe place, run. If this man that was calling on Jesus got shot that day, it would have been his fault. Don't blame Jesus. You got 2 feet. You got brain. I'm not saying that you have to be bold, you have to be tough, especially when you're hearing gunfire. That's why it's good to go and take shooting classes so that you can get used to, like gunfire. Like when you hear like, gunshots, you don't go towards it. If you have to get on the floor, if you have to run for cover, that's what you do. You don't stand over here and praying Jesus. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to believe in Jesus, but hey, I'm saying that's common sense. You're hearing gunshots. I understand that you're afraid. Run for cover. Hide. You understand? This man who, the sniper who shot all these police officers, I understand that he went to war for this country, risking his life to keep the American people safe. Things that most men don't have the guts to do because it requires balls for you to leave your country to go to another country to fight for your country's freedom. So don't tell me that the man was crazy because it requires common sense for you to know that, hey, it requires some intelligence to say, man, if I don't fight for my country, who's going to? If I'm being a coward, all I do is just getting money and spreading lies in the media, create confusion while I'm making sure that my kids don't go to war. Let me go ahead and fight, because if I don't go to fight and other countries come over here and take it over, I might be going into slavery. Most people who join the military, soldiers, they started with that thinking process. That's the kind of state of mind that they were before they decided to join, or somebody had to talk to them to convince them, to tell them that, man, don't stand and talk and complaining about the situation. Man, fight, because none of us is good. We are trying to be good every single day. These cops didn't deserve to die, period, because they probably were one of the best cops ever. But when you have bad cops out there with their racist agenda in their mind, that's what you're causing. You're causing good cops to lose their lives while you doing your ridiculousness. Because when the shooting was going on, most people would say, "Man, we don't know what happened." No, we didn't know what happened, but now we know what happened. We know that the man was fighting for this country, and we know that like more than 10 cops were gunned down, and 5 was dead. 5 is dead now, and we know that he wrote a letter. It's not like the man was crazy or something. He, like, it was premeditated. He said, "Hey, I'm tired of what's going on in the country. You know, they killing my people left and right. You got racist cops gunning my people down." I'm paraphrasing. And he said, "Hey, now my target is white people, especially white police officers." Why did he do that? What made a man that was fighting for a country turn against his own country? What is going on? This is to show some of you young men out there, especially Caucasian young males out there who joined the force to spread your racism, to kill black folks. This is what you're causing. And if all of this, let me tell you something. If you put a race, any other race, like the Chinese or Japanese or the Caucasian, in the condition of in the condition that black people are in right now, in less than a month, it'll be a total chaos. Because there is no race, no other race on earth that can take what black people are taking down. You got a female police officer from Cleveland crying, being emotional on social media. And she was very smart. She was very intelligent. She was telling you that she's taking guns, like real guns from children, and people that she even arrested thought that it was fair. And people with knives trying to come at her, to attack her. And she said that she handled the situation differently when she could have shot them. How many people, how many men does it take to contain one man, to neutralize one man? On top of the man, he was on the ground. You shooting him down while you're saying, "Get on the ground." Where was he? He was on the ground on his back with bullets on his bullets in his body, in his chest. You just gun him down. You gunning him down, and you're just asking him to stay on the ground. I heard that there's a game nowadays that some racist police officers are playing. They shoot you, boom, and they say stop. Boom, boom. I said stop. When people are hearing that, you know what? They think, oh, they told him to stop, and he didn't want to stop while he was trying to kill the police officer. Good job. See how crazy that is? Now you're causing innocent young men and women to die for your stupidity. I love the police. Because if there's a problem right now, the first number that's in your mind is 911. Why the fuck shouldn't you support that? You should support that. That's your business. It's part of society. But when you have wicked demons, infiltrators, like Diseases like cancer. These are some people I could say that they like cancer, like a cancer disease when they're spreading in the institution, you know, creating the violence, creating this racial tension. And you got people in the background trying to push their agenda too, trying to push gun control, trying to say, yo, Black Lives Matter, trying to turn whites against blacks. You understand? It's an agenda. I mean, it's an agenda. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. That's what's going on now. When you're trying to push this ridiculousness, I'm sorry, right? I got to chuck with the charger on my phone. When you're trying to push that, what's going to be the result? What's going to be the result? Chaos, civil war, bloodshed. Black on black crime is going to turn to be black on white crime or white on black crime. It's been going on. Will never stop. Because the problem is you, especially people, American people, man, if you were born in this country and you do not read to understand your government agenda, what's going on in your country, the truth, open your eyes so that you can realize the real lies, like they say all the time. You're always going to think that a black man is a threat. If you're white and if you black, you're always going to think that a white man is a threat. When at the end of the day, we're screwed. I'm not a Muslim, but like Malcolm said, we've been had already. We've been took and we've been bamboozled. That's what's going on now. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it because you accept the lies. There are a lot of police officers that are very intelligent. They will not put you in the system for some crazy because they know that the system is corrupt. But there are a lot of ignorant police officers that don't know shit about the Constitution. That's why in some, states that have open carry, police will take you to jail when they see the gun on your hips while you're not doing anything wrong. Or they're going to gun you down because they do not know about the Second Amendment rights. Why? Because they haven't taught them that. They teach them about things that don't matter, and that's why when they're in the street, they're confused. And these cops are afraid now. Like the female police officer said, man, if you're Caucasian and you're afraid of black people, take the badge off, quit. Do something else. Go work for McDonald's or go be a high school teacher if you're intelligent. Or go join the KKK. Be a racist person. It's not for you because you're gonna shoot a lot of people and you're gonna cause people like the police officers in Texas who was trying to defend the people on the land to die because of your madness, man. All over the United States, you're shooting people because they black, because you don't like them, because you thought he had a gun, because you thought he was a threat, because like Darren Wilson, the assassin that killed Mac Brown, I thought he was a demon. No. And you're going to have sellouts to say that, hey, he was a thug. You ever notice that every time they gun down a black man, there's a bunch of pictures on Facebook with them acting like a thug? You ever wonder why? Ever wonder why they have them on like with guns, or smoking while they were smoking weed, or while they had some criminal record that had nothing to do? Did the cops that gunned him down ask them if they were criminals before they gunned him down? Did they? It's crazy now, and it's getting worse and worse. If you're happy with the cops who got killed, there's something wrong with you. But now, if you are the cop that is promoting racism, that is killing black folks left and right for no fucking reason, you are the problem. You are the reason why these cops are dying now. Because when they see them, they see the uniform. They see the blue. They like, shit. There they go. That's them. That's one of them. Bam. When this cop probably just got married or has had a family, a lot of kids. Some cops are Christian. They are afraid to use their guns against you. They're like, don't make me do this, because he doesn't want to use it against you. You know, he knows that it's a deadly force. But some will without hesitation, just because they don't like you, just because now you are the one that is causing these young men and women to die left and right with their uniform on them, while they were supposed to protect and serve and, go back to their family in peace. Now look what you're causing. Broken tail light. The man said, "Hey, officer, I have my license to carry my weapon." That's what you got to say when you're being pulled over. Let the officer know, because that's what they teach you in the concealed carry classes. Officer, I have a license to carry, DSL or CCW. So I'm letting you know that I'm not a criminal. I'm reaching for my license. You shot him in front of his girl. A baby was in the car. How wicked could you be? And then you continue to hold the weapon on the woman like she was a threat to you, while all she was trying to do is holding the camera to show the world, to expose you as an assassin. I told him not to reach for his wallet. How you gonna identify yourself when an officer asks you for your driver's license and registration? You have to reach for your wallet. It's either you want him to put his hands up and tell him to get out of the car and, disarm him, take the weapon away from him, and now you feel like you're safe. And then now you say, okay, now give me your driver's license and registration. You are so afraid of him, even if when you don't see the gun, his face is enough to make you shoot him. You see what you're causing now? I'm not happy about what happened. This is a very, very sad day to see what frustration can cause people to do. Because black people have been in hell in this country for more than 400 years, man. And some cops are out there continue doing what their forefathers been doing for years, for hundreds of years. And now look what you're causing. You're causing people to be in morgue now, freezing, getting ready to get buried when they had future. Oh, you racist cops. You don't know what you're about out there. You don't know what you're doing. Next time you see a black man, before you pull that trigger, think twice, because they are people just like you. People are getting upset of what you're doing. Because imagine a world where black people, black cops were out there gunning white males down. How would you feel? Every morning you get up, your wife is crying on your lap, saying, I miss my baby's gone. And who shot him? A black police officer. For what? A broken tail light. Oh, he thought he was a demon. I thought his cell phone was a gun. I'm sorry, I thought my taser was a weapon. I thought my weapon was a taser. I apologize for killing your son or your daughter. Chasing this young black male in New York. And you went all the way to his grandmother's bathroom and finished him off. For what? Eric Gardner. You choke him to death. Right? He said, I can't breathe. Did he have a gun? Selling cigarette. Baton Rouge. Look what happened to the man. Letting off on the man on the floor. Sean Bell. 50 times. Diallo. The murder was an error, but can you bring him back? Trayvon Martin, what's wrong with that? And if you're telling me that all those things that are going on don't bother you as a human being, there's something wrong up here. You got freedom of speech. You got to speak the truth to expose criminals, assassins. It's either blacks and whites come together as a people and stop the violence against each other, and especially you, black man. If you don't stop gunning your brothers down, you'll be wiped out of this planet Earth. And if it happens to you, black man, for doing this, you will deserve what the fuck you got. You understand? Because it's a time to sit down and come together and stop letting people, rich people, using the media to divide you so that they can conquer. Because the longer you stay divided, the more you say you hate black folks, the more you say you hate white folks, the more you keep saying that, woo, business is going. But when you come together and say, nuh-uh, I don't think there's something against blacks and whites. It's something that's creating, it's social engineering. I'm not gonna be part of that shit. Let me tell you something. You'd be surprised to see how much power you're gonna get. But it's almost too late now. Because people are broken, people are hurt. You got some white family that can't stand black folks because a black man gunned his family down. And you got black family that cannot stand white folks because a white person gunned his family down. Everybody's bleeding on the inside, man. It's hurt. It hurts. Even the president of the United States is saying that it hurts, but it's been hurting. It's been going on. It's crazy, man, to see. And I'm telling you, you'd be surprised to see what frustration and pain can make you do. If you don't like me, don't watch my videos because I speak the truth. I know some of you are incapable of being just because you cannot understand reality. You think that because I'm talking like that, I hate another race when you don't even know me. Read books before you even give your opinion about what I'm saying, because my opinion is not based on my feelings and emotion. It's based on fact. I'm using fact, actual facts to talk to you. People that are intelligent will get the message, but if you're dumb, you're stupid, and you cannot get the message, all you care about is your bills and money, off my page. Because this is serious. We don't need dumb, emotional people now. We need people that are intelligent, that can spread the message, that can fix the problem, that can bring people together and make them understand that there's no such thing as black as a label. We all human beings. Stop with that bullshit.